Hi guys, this is a tutorial for Adobe After Effects CS5. In this tutorial I'll show you how to do the basic use of the basic features within After Effects, like creating a new composition, setting the settings for the new composition, display settings, resolution and frame rates, as well as showing you how to import a file, show you briefly how to apply an effect onto a video, and I will also be showing you what the very basic tools in the toolbar do and how to use them, and finally I'll be showing you how to render a video once you've finished editing it. Right, so to start off with, when you open After Effects, it will come up with this window, and you just click New Composition. Then the composition name box, you just name whatever you want it to be called. For this one, I'm going to call it Tutorial. And then I'm actually going to use this as the standard, the PAL widescreen preset. That's the standard for PAL, but if you're in another country, you might use NTSC, or you might just want to use like a web video, a web banner or something, in which case you'd use a lower resolution. You have all the high definition resolution options here, but we won't be using that in this tutorial. So one other thing to show you is if you want a custom resolution, then you just literally just click and drag left and right to lower and to increase and decrease the pixels. You can do that on either, and if you want to look at aspect ratio at something but you want to make the video smaller, you just click the tick box and then drag, and it keeps the aspect ratio the same no matter what. But again, I'll be just using PAL widescreen for this tutorial, which PAL has a standard frame rate of 25 frames per second. I'll be using this resolution in full for this time, but basically to explain what it does, this allows you to render in full resolution, half resolution, third resolution, or quarter resolution, or you can select custom resolution. Basically the idea with this is if you have a video that you want to render to see what the output's like without having to wait an hour or whatever, depending on how long the video is, you just want to quickly check the output, it's not absolutely necessary to have full quality. You can actually lower the resolution so the render output's a hell of a lot quicker to file sort of thing, so you can check it over at a lower resolution version. Then the background colour we're going to use is black for now, but you can have that whatever you want. You've got a little colour chart here, you can choose whatever background colour you want, but like I said, we're using black. You've got the colour picker there, you can just match up against a different colour and you can use whichever one you like, but again, just be using black for this, and click OK. Okay, so first I'm going to show you how to import a video. I mean, the importing any file is the same, but it just happens that I'm now going to import a video. Just click File, then you click Import, File, then you go to whatever directory that the file you want to import is. You can go to desktop, go to my computer and go onto the hard drive and wherever you want to go with it. But for mine, I have to go into the videos, and I'm just going to use the Windows wildlife sample video and just hit OK. And then basically what you do is you just click and you drag the video onto the workspace. Now a lot of times videos are going to be bigger than the workspace, just to show you it does cut part of it off. So what you do is you click on it to select it, and then you use these little squares on the side to resize it. Just resize it to fit the workspace. Might be close enough. I mean, yeah, you can do it more accurately, but just for showing you how it works sort of purposes, I'll just leave it like this. Should we get down a bit? There we go. Yeah, so that's close enough. So yep, that's now imported, and you can drag along the timeline and just advance it during the video and stuff. So that's it imported. If you click on the arrow here, it gives you different options with video. You can go to transform, and you can go to change the anchor point and everything else, scale and position and stuff. You just drag left or right, but that'll be a different tutorial. So yeah, next, just the very basic form of adding an effect is you make sure the workspace is set to effects here. You just click the drop down menu and select effects, and then you go over here. You can actually search for an effect, like for instance you can search for a keying effect and it will just show up all the keying effects available. But for this one I'm just going to show you can do it manually by just clicking the little arrow next to the category that you want to do. I'll probably use a noise and grain for this. You literally just click the effect, drag it on, and then you can actually go down here, click on the arrow, and then you've got the effects arrow, add grain, and then you can just, there's all the different options here that you can change to get the effect to be more intense, or change the intensity. You can actually change the size as well, but yeah, so you can change the size by doing that. But yep, so anyway, so that's how you do that. Normally you can select the whole thing, but I'll show you how to do that in a different tutorial. So yep, I'll just get rid of that. Okay, and then so that's how you apply an effect. Finally, well, actually not finally. So next, I will show you what each of the basic tools do. I'll not explain all of them because some of them are a little bit more complicated than others, and I'll cover them in different tutorials. But they're very simple, very basic tools to start off with. You've got the select tool, selection tool, so that you can literally use it to grab something and move it around. And just select things. You've got the hand tool, which you can actually move the workspace around within the area. Whatever you want to do with that. You've got the magnifier tool, so you can actually zoom into the video pretty far in there. You've got that option too. You just hold Alt and it turns into a minus, and you can zoom back out by clicking, or if you've got a mouse with a roller thing on it, you can actually roll it to zoom in and out. Then you've got the rotation tool, so you literally just click and you can rotate it and just drag and rotates around. So that's what that tool just basically does. Camera I'll leave for another tutorial, so I'll leave the pan behind. Rectangle tool, you can actually cut out part of the video here, and you just cut that out and do whatever you want to do. But it's a rectangle selection tool, you can select part of the video. The pen tool you can use to cut out parts of the video. Oops, I'll just go around, and you can actually see you've part that's very badly done. But I'll just as an example, yeah, you can cut part out. You can just cut it and paste it back in. You can do whatever you like. It's just the idea to cut out the bit that you want. If you want to hide anything, if you want to get rid of any of the image, so that's how you do that. I'll just get rid of what I did there. The text tool, so you can write on it. So you just use the text, click the text tool up here, click on the workspace. So yeah, you just click, you type away. And that's very small, but just so you can see it, I'll make it bigger. Yeah, you can go back and you can type somewhere else as well. Type up here, wherever you want to type. Really, it works. So that's just if you want to type on text over the image, or if you want to label something or whatever. That's how you do that. Then you have the paint tool, the paintbrush tool, or it's just called brush tool in here, but it's like paintbrush. Just choose whichever size pixel brush you want to use. You can actually use that to colour over parts of the video, whatever you want to do with that. We've got different size brushes here. Then the next is the eraser tool, which you can actually use to erase any paint you put on there, text, you can use it to wipe it all off. And that's it for the basic tools. All the rest of the tools will be explained in a later tutorial. But for now, that's the basic tools. Finally, I will show you how to render the project once you've finished. Nothing really much exciting been done with this, but as it's just a tutorial, I can get away with it because it's just to show you exactly how to do stuff. So to render it, to output it, you just go to composition, you go to add to render queue, and that brings up the little current render window. You've got different options here. You've got the render settings, you can just click on there. You set the quality to best, draft, wireframe, which you can use best. You have the type full. This is like I was saying earlier in the tutorial, you can actually have it set to half, third or quarter if you just want a lower resolution version that will render a lot quicker. So if you want to check what the output result will look like, well, get an idea. It'll be a lower quality version, but get an idea of how it would render. You can set that to quarter and it renders a lot quicker, so you don't have to wait around every time you want a new render. You've got all the different options using the 25 frames per second at the moment, because that's what I set it to at the beginning. You've got the custom menu. That actually lets you to render parts of a certain part of the video. You can have it start at 0, you can have it start at a minute in, you can have it start at minute 20, doesn't really matter. And you can have it end whenever you like as well. You can have it end at like a minute and 20 and have it start at like, you know, a minute or something, and only have 20 seconds the video actually render, and the duration just tells you how long the video you're actually gonna render. So that's just the amount there. So okay, and to go back, you got the output module as well. You've got lossless we use at the moment. You can use format here. You've got different file types. You can actually output your project as either a video file, which you've got multiple formats to choose from. You've got AVI, MPEG 2, MPEG 2 Blu-ray, MPEG 2 DVD, etc., MPEG 4. But you can also output it as a JPEG sequence, or a TIFF sequence, or SGI, or anything, basically, and just outputs it as each frame is its own image. Just outputs multiple images, and each frame is its own file. So you just got lots of different files that make up your video project. And you got your format options, which you can choose any of the video codecs from. I'm just going to have that as a moment. And then so that's the basic part of that. And then to output, you should click output to, and then I've clicked here. Choose which directory you want to output to. I'm going to have it output to desktop. Just click desktop and click save. And then basically, finally, to render it, you just click the render button, and then off it goes. And it'll take roughly about a minute to render. I'd have thought. Maybe, well, no, it's actually a lot quicker than I thought. It'll actually render a bit quicker than I thought. But yeah, well, no, about a minute. So yep. So that's going ahead and rendering there. I'm going to pause the video and I'll show you the file once it's finished rendering. Okay, now the render is finished, so I'll just show you real quick. Minimize that. There's the output video there. Just click on that and let it play in Windows Media Player. As you can see, it's rendered that properly, so that's okay. Ooh, I actually left a bit of text in there. Must have missed that, but yeah, so it's rendered fine. That's to show you that. So yeah, that's all we have for you today in this tutorial. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Hope it was useful, and see you next time.